Hello guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you have already seen some of my trading videos. So, as I said in my last trading video, I wanted to start talking about mindset, about self-development, self-discovery, awareness, all this, because I think it is essential. And it is one of my objective with Elysium Trading Empire. It's not only to help people succeed in their trading, but in any endeavor, any battle they face in life. And we all face our battles. We all have desires, dreams, visions that we would like to achieve. And I think everything starts with self-development. So this is the basis of this new series of videos that I will be making. And I will be trying to make videos not too long because it can be exhaustive and tiring. But I will go through the main and essential things to understand in order for you to grow intellectually, spiritually, and achieve anything you would like to achieve. So why starting with self-development? Because personally, my journey really started to change when I entered the realm of self-development. So I chose the Jim Rohn personal development seminar for this video because this was one of the most life-changing videos that I have ever seen on YouTube. So I've seen this video in 2020, so 2 years ago, and it really got me started into this journey of self-development. And I really recommend you to see this video. It is a 2-hour video, but really worth, like the 2 hours are worth of watching. And if I can give you an advice, take notes of everything Jim Rohn is saying in his video. So even if the video will take you 4 hours to see, because you will be pausing and pausing the video and writing down important things, it's really worth, believe me. So Jim Rohn, who is Jim Rohn? He is like the mentor of Tony Robbins. I think everyone has heard of Tony Robbins. He's a really successful entrepreneur, businessman, life changer, really one of the most successful icons from the United States during this era. So let's start our journey of self-development together. So the first thing he says in his video is that the big challenge of life is that you can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. This is one of the most beautiful quote of Jim Rohn. So you can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. This is very important. This is like the essence of his teachings. And unless you change how you are, you will always get what you've got. So then we will go through some important things he's saying in his videos. So he says that true happiness is not contained in what you get, but in what you become. Because in order to get something, you must become someone else. Otherwise, like he said just before, unless you change how you are, you will always get what you have got. Okay? And the major key to your better future is you. So it's all about you. He says that the first lesson in economics, we get paid for value, not time. And most people get this wrong. Even one of our president in France, Nicolas Sarkozy, he said that one of his main phrases was work more to earn more. And that's not true. Because if you work more in your day, you will still be paid the same because your time it will be worth the same, you know, and we all get the same time every day. And some people will be paid more for doing the same work than you, and even spending less time, and still will be paid more than you, and for the same job. So we get paid for value and not time. It's not because you will be working 16 hours a day that you will be earning more than someone who works 2 hours a day. Very important. And he says that you have to learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. I think everyone at a certain point needs a job to pay the bills and everything to survive. But that doesn't mean that you cannot work on yourself also. It's not because you are working for someone else that you cannot work on yourself. And he said to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. So your job will give you a living, but it will never help you succeed or achieve any desire of your heart. So unless you work on yourself and on your goals, you will not graduate in life. You will still be and stay the same person. That's why you need to work more on yourself. Because unless your job is everything you have ever wanted, and I doubt so, you need to put time every day to work on yourself, on your goals, on your dreams. That's very important. Otherwise, you are alive, but you are not living. So things will be like they have always been. They ain't gonna change. And this is true. Like everything, every law of nature are the same. They were 100 years ago or 300 years ago as they are today. That's why you can apply the same principles and people 1,000 years ago or 50 years ago and expect the same results if you work the laws right. And when I'm talking the laws, it's not the laws of the government laws, it's the laws of life, you know. We will go in depth about them later. So the only way it gets better for you is when you get better. Jim Rohn says that there are 4 major seasons in life. And life is like the seasons. You can change the seasons, but you can change yourself. So this is a very important subject, and I'm going to share some of my experience in life to make a clear picture of this. So the first thing is to learn how to handle the winters. So the winter is not the winter you know about the snow and everything, nor even the winter you see in Game of Thrones with the White Walkers. No, the winter is the difficulties. And the winters in your life can happen at any season, like it can happen in summer or whatever. So I would like to share with you one winter that happened to me in 2015. And yeah, the winters is when everything in your life seems to fall apart. Like I think every one of us has encountered some winters. Like you lose your job, your wife, you are broke, and I don't know, some people in your family will get sick, and everything seems to fall apart, you know. So one very important thing that you can take note of is remember that these moments, sorry, will be the most determining in your life. How you react to winter will determine your future. You either survive and thrive to make something better, or you die. Not the real way, but what I mean by you die is you descend into the level where you think that you have no control over your destiny, your environment, and conditions. Therefore, you are alive, but you are not living. You give up on your dreams and hopes. And I hope it will not happen to you. Because once you give up on your dreams and goals, you are losing precious time from your life. And we all have only one life to live. So why not give everything we have? And why not live the life we want? Because we are living for a purpose. And the only purpose of living, I would say, is to live the life the way we want to live it, our ideal life. So it can be different for every one of us. For some, the ideal life is success. It is like being rich and going to party every day and whatever. For others, it's just living a simple life, helping others. It does not matter. Everyone has his view of success, his view of his ideal life. Everyone has his heart's desire, and we must strive to accomplish this ideal life of our own. Otherwise, you will always be unhappy and you will not know why. Even though you will have many things to be grateful for, if you are not following your heart's desire, you will feel unhappy. So let's talk about my winter, my terrible winter that I had in 2015. So I've been studying for 3 years in computer science to get a degree. And I work very hard to get the good grades necessary to go into the university after that and get a master degree in this field. However, my misfortune, as I called it at the time, which I now call my best fortune, because if all this didn't happen back then, I wouldn't be who I am today. So, well, I had all the grades needed to get the degree, but at the end, we need to do an internship, which I did. And then after the internship is done, you have to do a presentation about your internship in front of 2 teachers, which who will evaluate you. So the thing is, one of the 2 teachers, which was evaluating me, was friend with my internship's boss, and he told her that I was not that good of a worker compared to the other student who did the same internship as me, and he was one of the best students of our class. And this was enough for this teacher who didn't like me. I don't know, she had her reason, I guess. And she didn't like me since the first year I got into this university. So she decided that she will give me the grade that will make me fail my degree. I only needed 8/20 to pass and get the degree, and she gave me 6, and I couldn't do anything about it. And to be very honest, I was not the best student. I knew it, but I knew I didn't deserve anything less than 10 because I really did give my best in this internship and especially in this presentation. Like, I even paid the best student of our class to help me with one project, which I struggled with. So they judged that my work was not good enough, not knowing that the best student of our class did it. Because yeah, he verified my codes, my lines of coding, and he corrected me and even improved my work, everything. So if they knew it was him, they would say, wow, what an incredible work. But because it was me and she didn't like me, it was not enough for her. So pretty ironic, isn't it? So yeah, I lost 3 years of my life for nothing. And I felt really bad about this. And even after a debate with the university director, he couldn't even make me repeat the last semester. So it was gone. I couldn't do anything. And of course, as nothing happens alone during winters, I just learned that my girlfriend cheated on me. So I lost her also, as well as my degree and any perspective of a bright future. So this winter happened in my 2015 summer. And then spring happened. And you have to learn how to take advantage of the springs quickly. And springs represent opportunities. So what was the opportunity? So even though I had many death wish against the teacher that made me fail my degree, because yeah, at the time I didn't take responsibility for the events in my life, which is not the case today. So I decided that it was not the end and that I would do something even better than working in computer science. I wanted to travel abroad and either to work or to start new studies. Then, not long after, I found a business school which proposed to go study abroad for 2 years after studying 2 years in France. So I was okay with this. I could stay 2 years still in this country with the perspective of going abroad 2 years later. And so I wanted to study in English, sorry, and to study finance too. So everything was good with this idea. However, it was a business school, private business school, and I needed to make a loan of at least 35k euros. But I didn't even doubt about it. For me, the idea was perfectly like I needed to act, you know? It was this or nothing. So I just came to the bank, asked for the loan, and I started with this idea. And so I took this opportunity. I acted quickly. I went to Canada 2 years after, Montreal, which was one of my childhood dreams. Now I speak fluent English, I hope. You can understand everything I say. And I got a double degree with honors. And more importantly, I discovered my passion during those studies. I discovered trading, something which would have probably never happened if I was an IT employee in a firm like most my colleagues in computer science right now. So you see a single idea, a single seed planted at the right time and which you work toward can change the whole course of your life. Imagine how you can evolve, how many times you can change your life over the course of your lifetime. If I didn't act on this idea, my life would have been totally different. Like I would have been working 9 to 5, probably bored because it's not like I didn't like computer science, but I cannot imagine myself doing this and working for someone else and all this and staying in France. Like I would probably be in depression, you know. I'm so happy now that I failed my degree, and I'm very grateful for this teacher that made me, how to say it, that made me fail. Because I'm very happy with who I am now. So, okay, now let's go into the next season. So if you have winters, know that it is for the best, even though you don't know what will come after, because I really had no idea about what could happen in my life after I failed my degree. And if I knew that I would be who I am today, well, I would fail every degree to get that. But you never know in advance. That's why it's very important to keep your head clean from any negative thoughts and any, you know, don't take this. I mean, you can be angry for some weeks, you know, some days, some weeks, but then you have to move on to think. It's important to think because ideas come from this activity. And then when you have an idea which you fall in love with, you have to act quickly on it or this idea will disappear. You know, sometimes you get the idea and 1 hour later you lose it. So when you get an idea and your heart, you feel that your heart is really connected to this idea, please at least note it down on your phone or on your desk, whatever, and really think about it and act quickly. Otherwise, you will lose it. And you never know how much this idea will transform your life. So this is the spring. Now, summer, you have to learn how to protect your crops, protect your work, and this you do when you know yourself, you know your values. Because when life begins to get exciting, when you become successful, many people will start to how to say it, to navigate around you, you know. You will start having new friends, new colleagues, and people will try to take advantage of you, of your success. And this is where you will have other opportunities and everything like this. And you have to say no to certain opportunities, even if some people will propose you like $1 million for something, but if it goes against your value, which you have to know yourself, you have to know who you are, and if it goes against your value, learn to say no. Because some opportunities will probably give you $1 million, but it will ruin everything you have built upon. If it has to touch your character and your values, it's not worth $1 million, okay? And if someone gives you $1 million for your work, it means that you can make more by staying true to yourself and by continuing on the path you are now, okay? So last thing is you have to learn how to reap in the fall without complaint. You have to take 100% responsibility for everything you reap. As you sow, so shall you reap. So if you sow good seeds, you also have to celebrate and be grateful and be happy, because it's not luck that you reap at the end if you are successful. It's your work, your thoughts process, your seeds. So don't be humble, but like don't be like yeah, it's because of this person which helped me, it's because of this. It's good to be grateful, but know that everything and everyone around you will work towards the fulfillment of your goals, because you are thinking about your goals day and night in a cheerful manner, and you are working every day maintaining a good attitude. So you reap what you sow. And if people and conditions and circumstances are working with you, it's because of you and not of some external luck or whatever. And also, on the other hand, if you reap failure and frustration and all this, you have also to take responsibility and do not blame anyone or any circumstance for your failure, okay? Remember this lesson, it's all about you, yourself. You can't change the seasons, but you can change yourself. Now, it's not what happens, it's what you do about it, okay? So when my 2015 summer happened, I could have like really abandoned every dreams I had and just find work at McDonald's and go about it and you know, just live like most people are living. But no, I reacted differently, and it's how you react to things that will shape your future circumstances. On any given day, you can massively change the direction of your life. Try to think back on the important decisions you made in one day, one single idea, how it changed your life. Really, really change your life. It's like one day, the idea to create Elysium came to my mind like a flash, you know. I had two options. It's either I say, okay, it could be good, nice idea, but not now, you know, not today. But this day, I decided to note down this idea. And from this day on, in 2019, everything changed in my life. I created the Elysium trading empire. I didn't know where it will go. I didn't know what to do exactly. Everything came to me afterwards, effortlessly. I just knew I needed to create my brand and my business, and every direction, everything I created afterwards came to me effortlessly. Like this YouTube channel, personally, I was not how to say a great. I was not comfortable making videos or talking. Just talking to a microphone. I would do like every single minute. And I think now I'm feeling more comfortable, more at ease talking to you today, just because I acted on it and took a leap of faith. I'm just responding to what my superconscious, the universe, superconscious, like we can call it, is giving me. And I'm very grateful that I acted upon not I think I didn't act upon every thoughts, every ideas, but I took most of them and I started acting on it, and that's why I'm talking to you today and trying to give you everything I know, trying to share with you my experience, and I hope it will change your life uh, like it changed mine. So next, get excited over discipline. Self-motivation is key because no one is going to motivate you but yourself. No one is going to tell you, hey man, you have to wake up and do something about your life. And remember, you have dreams, you have goals. What are you doing today to achieve this? No one is going to tell you this. So you have to motivate yourself every day. You have to be driven by something. And discipline, I think Jim Rohn says this, but discipline is a bridge between your goals and their accomplishments. Without discipline, your goals will stay goals, your plans will stay plans, and your dreams just dreams. So you have to discipline yourself. And I got something very interesting from a book recently, from the last book I read. Someone saying like, if I don't want to do this today, I will do it twice. For example, if you usually do a 1 hour workout, but you feel lazy, tired, do 2 hours, just for the sake of discipline. And you will see your mind will not get lazy often after that. It's very interesting concept. So 3 steps to start life change. First, find out how things work. So for example, in the realm of trading, educate yourself with courses, backtest, work, study. So before getting good at something, you first have to study it. Then the second step is find out something that works. And most importantly, write it down. When you have a strategy in trading that works, do not forget to write it down. Do not forget to put screenshots of your trading plan and everything. Because when things get tough and you start trading in a different manner, and you would like to know how what state of mind you had, what strategy you had when you were successful, you will have everything noted down, and you will be very happy about it. Believe me. I think the habit, like I said in one of my articles on my website, and I really encourage you to visit my website and on the motivational reading section and try read some articles from time to time, because they are very insightful, very valuable, and they are free. And one of the secrets to success for me, the most important habit is the habit of writing down everything. every idea, everything that works, everything. Because everything that you are writing down, I don't know how to say, it's so powerful, you cannot imagine. Like, for example, on any given day, I could write my goals for the week. And even though I forget about it, and I come back weeks later seeing my goal, it has been accomplished, you know? Because when you write it, something happens inside your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind starts working toward this seed that you plant. While if an idea pass into your head and you don't write it down, it will just pass and you will not think about it. And the last step is, so you can do the best thing, repetition. Of course, if you know how something works and you have noted it down, you just have to repeat what you have made in the past. Easy. But if you didn't write it, you forgot about it. You know, it's said that we forget 80% of what comes to our mind in the next day or in the next 2 days. That's why it's important to write down. Just to say, now I have an agenda with a planner where I note down everything, every habit, every success, every failure, everything. So I remember how I was or what I was doing during a certain date. I started this in late 2020, 2020. So from this point, I got every state of mind I was in. And I got every habits I was doing, every books I read, everything. I think it's very important. So you have got to be like children in 4 ways, says Jim Rohn. Curiosity, not the bad curiosity of knowing what your neighbor is doing or whatever, you know, the curiosity that society has, but curiosity about what you love. Be curious, study, find out how things works. And if you encounter a problem, you have to find a solution, always. Be curious. Second thing, excitement over your ability to change, over discipline, over your dreams and goals, over the journey. You have to find happiness now if you ever aim to succeed. Otherwise, you will never succeed if you do not enjoy the journey. Because you will try to force things, and even if you happen to succeed by forcing things, you will not be happy, because happiness is a state of mind. It's not the outcome. It's not the goal itself. It's who you become arriving to that goal. Faith. All things are possible. And when you are a child, you believe that everything is possible. When someone asks you who would you like to become or what job you would like to have when you are a child, everyone wants to go to the moon, everyone wants to be an actor. But then you grow up and people tell you, no, it's not for you. They try to put limiting beliefs in your head. And then you start to think that not all things are possible. And you start to think that it's not for you, that some people are better than you. Somehow, I think it's in Earl Nightingale book, The Strangest Secret in the World. He says that for some reason, people tend to think that other people can do better than them at the same thing they are doing, and not them. it's easier for us to think that someone else is doing better because he's just better than us, and we cannot do the same thing. But it's not true. We all have the same ability. We all have the same higher faculties, imagination, uh, thinking, and everything else. We can all use the same higher faculties. So the last thing is trust. Do not doubt during the process. When you are a child and you learn how to make a bicycle, or how to ride a bicycle, you do not doubt your ability to succeed. You just go over and over again until you succeed and ride the bicycle, because you do not know some such thing as failure. You just know that you will arrive because your father or your mother is riding a bicycle. So you cannot picture uh, yourself not arriving to the destination, to your goal. It's not an option in your head. So 3 ways to find out how to change anything, to find out uh, how things works. So first thing, read. Become a good reader. Feed your mind with positive stuff, with everything you like, everything you love. So personally, I hated reading during school, during high school, during college, because I was not reading for myself. I was reading for the sake of exams and for class. So it's only when I started reading for myself, I started reading Rich Dad Poor Dad. I think everyone starts his self-development journey with Rich Dad Poor Dad. Classic book. And I really liked the way I felt after reading the book. And then I started reading more books and more self-development and everything. And the more I read, the more I loved reading. Like, it really opens your thinking. I don't know, you have a certain feeling of being more alive, more open to the world. Your brain start to opens up and you start being someone else, I think everyone should read. It does not matter what you read. You read for yourself, but I think it's essential for every one of us to read at least one book a month, and if you can, one book a week or one every 2 weeks. And it will change your life for sure. Then you can listen. So the old way that Jim Rohn used to do, it was to inviting the rich people to dinner and to listen to them, because it was worth for him. It was worth the investment. Like you invite them, but you learn about their habits. You learn about how they are acting, how they are talking, how they are feeling, and you feed yourself from them, But today we are lucky to have YouTube, and you can see how successful people are living, how they are dressing, and I've gone through many day in the life videos, and even though some people will do the problem is, yes, some people will do not fake things, but social media, they will show only the best side, but it does not matter. um, I think you can still learn from everyone, you know, and you have books and YouTube videos about highly successful people and their habits and everything. And also you can observe because success leaves clues and people who do well own the habits of success. Now we will talk about two important laws from the Bible that Jim Rohn shares. One is a law of using, very important law. Whatever you don't use, you lose. And this is about everything, talents, time, money. And I've got a very good example from my life, not my life, but some people I know. I know someone who have saved money all his life for his children or for his retirement. So he saved $500,000, something like this, in Lebanon. And during maybe 20 to 30 years, he saved money until he accumulated $500,000 or more than this. And you know what? He lost it, not using it. Because in Lebanon, I don't know if you are aware of this, but there has been a crisis since 2020 or 2019, and the banks failed. I think there was a shortage of dollar, of US dollar, and so all the account got freezed, and you could use even if you are rich, like even if you have 30 million in your bank account, you couldn't take your money out of the bank, and you could use limited amount of money, like I think $1,000 per month at the start, and then I think now it's $200 a month. So imagine how people can live with this. And I know it's hard to believe because how can the government and banks freeze your money? It's your money. How can the world let this happen? Well, so whatever you don't use, you lose. Okay, so don't save too much. It's good to save save some money, you know, put some money aside, like 10% of your income, in case you need, I don't know, whatever you want. But like Florence Kovalchin used to say, if you save in case of crisis, in case of whatever, you are bringing crisis and disease and whatever you are saving for to you. Okay? So if you save for a purpose, like for example, buying an apartment or whatever, fine, because this money is toward noble purpose, you know, toward investing, toward spending this money. But if you save for the sake of just saving or for bad purpose, you will attract this or you will lose all your money. Even the impossible can happen. And it's the same with time. If you lose time, you lose time. If you don't use your talents, they will be wasted. So remember to using something is being grateful for this thing. And what you are grateful for, you attract more to you. Okay? And if you are not using what the universe gives you, it will stop giving you and it will even take it from you. Very important law. The second law is the laws of law, is the laws of laws. It's the law of sowing and reaping. Whatever you sow, so shall you reap. You reap more of it. If you sow good things, you will reap more of these good things. And if you sow bad things, you reap more of bad things. Okay. And sowing, people think it's like, for example, if you say bad things about people, or if you act bad towards someone, it will come back to you, which is true. But people forget that thinking is as much important, if not more important, than doing or saying. What you think is the premise. Like, if you think bad towards someone, even though you are acting not bad toward him, you are not saying anything, the fact that you are thinking bad things about this person, you are sowing bad seeds. And of course, you will reap the consequence of those seeds. So do not underestimate your thinking. You cannot think secretly. Remember this. Whatever you think inside, it will materialize outside. Other important things. If you don't set goals, you will make a living, but you won't design your life. So, as we said for the job, if you don't work on yourself, you will make a living, you will survive, but you won't live the life you want. You have to have plenty of reasons. Reasons come first, answers come second. Why comes first, and the how will come to you afterwards. Once you have the reasons, you never lose the drive. You don't have to be motivated by someone else because you have your own reasons. The best revenge is massive success, and you all know it. So now we'll talk about goals a little bit, but I will not go in details about this because I've already written, I think, 2 or more articles about this. And you can see those articles in my motivational reading section on EditionTradingEmpire.com. I really recommend you to see this. So there is an article about vision. So long-term goals, dream, vision. Without dreams, we all shall perish. So your vision is like your destination. It's the most important things, because if you don't have a vision, you don't know where you are going. So how can you go forward toward your destination if you don't know where you are going, you know? So if you want to start with something, start with this. Build a vision. Take, I don't know, take some hours aside and start thinking about the life you would like to live now in 5 years. Like, how can you picture how is the life you want to live right now? What is the house you would like to have? What is the moments you would like to share with your friends or family? With who would you like to share your life? Everything. Think about everything, the ideal of your everything, you know? Think about how much you would like to earn, if you would like to work to earn this, or if you would like to earn this with a lottery ticket, or if you would like to make a living from your passion. The possibilities are unlimited. It's really up to you and do not limit yourself. Like, if you want to be a millionaire, but you don't want to work for this, it's okay. You know, some people have wished to win the lottery tickets, and some have won. And it's not being lazy or whatever. It's your life. You don't care about everyone, what's the opinion of others, you know? You have to design your life the way you want it, not the way society says, or your parents says, or whatever. Okay? So put no limits to your vision. This is very important. If you want a house on a cliff or whatever you want, even if it does not exist now, if it exists in your mind, if you can conceive it, you can achieve it. Then come short-term goals. So yearly, monthly, weekly goals. Those are the confidence builders. So they are as important as your vision, because if you don't have weekly, monthly goals, yearly goals, how can you arrive to your dream and vision? You know, you have to split the steps and to have a plan, a step-by-step plan to arrive to the end. And of course, when you check off something major, when you succeed at a major goal, do not forget to celebrate. It's very, very important. So you have multiple categories for goals, such as financial goals, social goals, whatever. All this you can see in details on my articles. So your future doesn't get any better by hope, it gets better by plan. Failing to plan is planning to fail. As we have said earlier, things do not change by themselves, you know. You have to change if you expect a change. So you have to plan your future. You have to set goals and everything if you want to change. And something very important, don't be a follower, be a student. What is the difference? Being a follower is, for example, you follow ICT videos and you follow only ICT. Like you don't go and see and be curious and see anyone else or do your own thing. No. You just follow his plan, his way of life, his everything. You are his follower. And one day he's gone. Sorry, it's not good to say this, but let's say he stopped doing videos on YouTube, he ended his channel, he deleted all his videos, and then you are lost because you were a follower. Being a student, and I recommend this to everyone, you are detached from someone else's success. You are building your own success. It's good to see to have a mentor, to follow, to buy courses, whatever. It's good to be curious, but you have to build your own success. Otherwise, you will be just watching someone else's success, you know. And even though you will share some part of his success, once this person does not exist anymore, or I don't know, you get angry with that person or whatever, then you get on your own and you don't know what to do. I know people who are followers of, you know, my first course in trading was with a French mentor, and I know people who are still with this mentor. Like they are still trading the same way. They did not evolve. they are still trading the same lots. Most of us between 0.01 to 0.05 lots. And they are not evolving. Some people, maybe one on 100, are successful with this method, good for them, but they are followers. It's not their success, it's their mentor success, you know. And I recommend everyone who follows me to not be a follower, but a student. And that's why I do not sell courses, I do not mentor people, I don't want people, you know, to be too attached to myself or to my success or whatever, because I just want to give the tools to people to show them that they are the shaper of their life. They are the builder of their success, you know. So I don't want to say that people succeeded because of me or whatever. I prefer that people take something from me and apply it to themselves, you know, to create their life and their success. That's my goal with Elysium. So how to get whatever you want from the Bible? Ask. That's it. What do you want? Asking is the beginning of receiving. If you do not ask for something, you cannot expect to receive this thing. It's as simple as that. The first thing to do is to ask. Then you have to prepare to receive. And receiving is not the problem, because there's plenty for all of us. There is enough money for everyone in this planet. There is enough food. There is enough everything. People think that resources are limited, but they are not. If you see, we are evolving always more people, always more resources, more people are becoming rich, more people. How can more people become rich if we are more in this planet and if, for example, money is limited? It's not possible. Especially, you know, the rich people get richer and the poor poorer. That's what they say in the media. So how can rich people get richer, and how can there be more people rich every year? It's not possible if there is not plenty, if not unlimited supply for everyone. So there are two ways, sorry, to ask. So asking intelligently, so describing what you want, and the better you describe, the better you receive. So ask intelligently is putting down on a paper your goals and dreams and vision. This is how you ask intelligently. And secondly, you have to ask with faith, believing with 100% certainty that you will receive what you ask for. And how you ask with faith? Well, you prepare to receive. For example, if you ask for a new car, prepare to receive this new car. Sell your car, prepare a place for this car, prepare, I don't know. You have to act knowing that you will receive. Otherwise, you are not showing faith. You are just hoping, you know, and hoping will not bring you anything. But we'll talk a lot about faith in future videos. 4 emotions that can alter your whole life in one day. So these 4 emotions, let's start with disgust. You know, when you say, I've had it, I'm done with this. So this is not the day it ends, but the day it begins. decision and not procrastination. So decision can really alter your life in one day, you know, like the decision I took to do Elysium, for example. Desire, it comes from within often, and it can be triggered by something. And resolve, I will. Nothing can resist the human will. But it's not the I will do this later, no. It's I decided to do this, and I will do it no matter what people says, no matter the obstacles. I will do this, and I have no plan B, you know. This is the resolve that will get you, it's the persistence that will get you to your ideal. And lastly, we will talk about the attitude disease. So overcaution, what if this happens? I have a solution for this, because for overcautious people. What if this happens? What if I fail in trading? What if I do not make money trading? And a solution to this is to measure the best and worst case scenario. So for example, in my life, early this year, I was faced with a dilemma. So I had student debt of 650 euro per month to pay. I had no job. So I had two solutions. Either I look for a job right away, and so I can pay my student debts. But it's not I give up on trading, but I have very little time for trading. Or I give myself 100% for at least 6 months, because I've saved enough money to pay for 6 months. And I know I will be working in the summer. So the worst case scenario that could happen is, let's say I'm not making money trading. It's okay. I will work this summer and make enough money to survive until December, so until the end of the year. So this is the worst case scenario. I will have 6 months of trading full time where I can improve and can still live and survive and you know, have enough to pay the bills, the food, and the debt. And at the end, if I fail, it's okay. I will work. It's not a problem. And I will make enough money to have 6 months again of surviving. And I decided to go full-time trading, and the best happened. The best scenario was that I become a full day trader, and I would start making enough money to pay my student debt and to cover my expenses. Okay. So I showed active faith, you know, I prepared for the best. And I know that if I didn't choose to go full-time trading, I wouldn't have, like 99% sure I wouldn't have succeeded. I would still be learning and failing and burning accounts and failing the FTMO challenge and everything. So this is a good advice. Now, the second attitude disease is pessimism, cynicism. Our life gets affected a lot by the way we see things, not the way they are. So if you see things with pessimism, of course, you will attract the way you see things is the way that will appear to you over and over again. Complaining is a deadly disease. It can bring you illness, death, very bad things to your life. So stop complaining, stop blaming others, take responsibility. And last words, I'm trying to make things quick because The video is longer than I thought. As you think, so you become. James Allen, which we will talk about him in the next video. So be very careful about what you think all day long. Every day stand guard at the door of your mind, Mr. Schoff, which is the mentor of Jim Rohn. He was the one who taught everything to Jim Rohn. So watch your coffee. So it's not you, sorry, a typo. Watch your coffee, which means don't let others put bad thoughts in your mind. So be very careful about people around you, the environment. Is if they are very toxic and complaining, you know, the disease, if they are cynic, if they are overcautious, what if you fail trading? What if you do not this? If they are being pessimistic and complaining, it's the same. Like you will attract, if you let them enter into your mind, you will get the same disease, you know. It's the same thing that if they have the flu, and if you let the flu enter your body, you know, it's the same thing. You will get the same result. You will get the flu. And you know something very powerful. I didn't get COVID while I was 3 times. I was exposed in the same room of the person, like all day long during weeks and weeks. I was exposed to COVID and I didn't get it. Why? I am not vaccinated. I didn't get the vaccine. Why? Because I know that you cannot get an illness unless you vibrate at the same rate of this disease. I knew I wouldn't get this. I was not afraid. I didn't wear any mask. I slept in the same room than my girlfriend, which had COVID, you know, and I didn't get it. I was in the same room that my mom during a whole week. I didn't get it. Same thing for my father and the father, sorry, of my girlfriend at 3 different times. So it's not all the same period. It was at 3 different times. So be very careful about what you think, what you say, and watch your coffee. So the source is the video, How to Take Charge of Your Life, Jim Rohn Personal Development. And you can find the link in the description of the video. So thanks for watching. And I will try making the next video less long, I promise. But yeah, for a starting video, of course, I have a lot to share with you. And the videos will not be that long in the future, I promise. But to start with good base, I need to share everything with you. So take care, be safe, and see you next time.